John Lackey is going to be our starting pitcher.
And can you expand on why you guys made that decision and why you think he's the best guy to get the baseball?
Well, I think he's proven it all season long. Guy that we go to in big situations, and tomorrow's a big situation, and he's ready to go on short rest. And we were able to get him out a little bit earlier than what he's been accustomed to. He's had enough rest, and it's time to go.
Next question for Mike, right here, Phil.
Mike, just on tonight's game, did it seem like, you guys score off Arrieta, made him look gettable, and then don't get the win? Just in general, how do you look at the night?
Well, we were fighting from a deficit there right from the start. We had an opportunity early to make something happen, couldn't get the run over and in, and that's the kind of thing you'd like to see happen early on to kind of set the tone. They jumped on Michael for a couple, and I thought he got better as he went, but just had a little trouble early on and really did manage the damage overall. I thought his fastball, as he was finishing up, was probably at the best it's been all night. He gets behind the count to Bryant and gets a lot of the plate, and these guys will make you pay in this park for sure when the wind's doing what it was doing. And so we thought we put together some good at-bats. We were grinding against Arrieta all night, and we did have opportunities, and they just kept adding on.
And right here in front, Derek.
Mike, we saw a pretty significant wince there from Yadier Molina. And then he left the game. What is his condition? What's his status going forward?
Don't know yet. For him to come out, I think people who follow our team closely realize that that's significant as far as what it must feel like. So we could tell a little bit in how he was catching today, definitely when you saw the one particular swing. But watched him in all the warm-ups and watched him in BP, he looked good. You just never know with that particular injury. If there's a ball that gets fouled off or a swing that doesn't quite feel right, could set him backwards. So we're going to let the medical guys get their hands on him. Part of the messaging with him was let's try and get ahead of this before it goes any further to where we have to rule you out altogether. Let's see what they can do, see if they can, once again, support that thumb in a way that he can continue to play, and just see if maybe getting him out a little early can help us as we move forward.
Another couple from Mike. Right here, Phil.
Mike, just kind of, obviously 1-2 down's not what you want to be, but you guys have been that before. How do you assess the series and the fact you guys did start swinging the bats, or the way you swung the bats today?
Yeah, I thought we made some loud outs at times. I thought we took some good approaches against their whole staff, and just felt that we were going to be able to come back, and we got within a couple there. Once again, taking advantage of the conditions, but both sides were. I like the way the guys are competing. I like our odds when our backs are against the wall. This is the kind of team that we've had all season long, regardless of what anybody else thinks, regardless of odds, regardless of who we're stacked up against. This team just continues to fight, and that's not something that you lose, regardless of where you stand. And I'm excited to watch them come out and compete. That's what this team does well, and what they've done all season is defined who they are. And tomorrow's the kind of game where they'll come out, I know, with a lot of heart, ready to do their thing.
And right here in front to the left, Jen.
Like the home runs allowed by Segrist and Waino, those seem somewhat deflating, and you guys come back and then they hit another one.
Yeah, and we really like those matchups. They got a great lineup, and Rizzo's had success against a lot of pitchers, but to bring Segrist in that position, we like the matchup, and we just let two guys go at it and see who ends up finishing up on top, and they won that one. And same way we like the matchup with Waino and Soler. Got a fastball first pitch and jumped all over it. But I thought Waino did a great job. Thought Kevin threw the ball pretty well also, and Jonathan Broxton. But them adding on, that last one, in a game like this, when you know that you just got to keep going. Every one of them makes it a little more difficult. But once again, we had that tying run on deck and liked our odds of coming back and just couldn't do enough late.